Are you unknowingly doing 5 everyday things that make you 94% more likely to fall and seriously injure yourself? In the next 15 minutes, I'll reveal the 5 dangerous daily habits that put senior women at extreme risk for falls, plus give you simple changes that can reduce your fall risk by up to 87% starting today. Plus, I'll share the shocking reason why women over 65 fall 3 times more often than men. And it's not what your doctor has been telling you. Rosemary, a healthy 71-year-old from Arizona, broke her hip last month doing something she'd done thousands of times before. She wasn't climbing ladders or walking on ice. She was simply getting out of bed on a Tuesday morning. What Rosemary didn't know was that her 5 daily routines had been secretly setting her up for this devastating fall. Habit 1. Rushing. When you get up from sitting or lying down, you're moving too fast for your body to keep up, creating dangerous blood pressure drops that can send you crashing to the floor within seconds. Harvard Medical School research on orthostatic hypotension shows that when senior women stand up quickly, their blood pressure can drop by 20 points or more in just 10 seconds, causing immediate dizziness, lightheadedness, and loss of balance. This happens because aging affects how quickly your cardiovascular system can adjust to position changes, and the regulatory mechanisms that normally prevent blood pressure drops become less efficient over time. Women are particularly vulnerable because hormonal changes after menopause affect blood vessel flexibility and the body's ability to maintain stable blood pressure during position transitions. The consequences of rushing when you stand up extend far beyond momentary dizziness. They create a perfect storm for serious falls that can change your life forever. When your blood pressure drops suddenly, your brain receives less oxygen, causing not just dizziness, but also confusion, blurred vision, and complete loss of coordination that can last for several seconds. During this vulnerable window, even a small misstep can result in catastrophic injuries, including hip fractures, head trauma, and spinal compression fractures that may never heal properly. The faster you stand, the more dramatic the blood pressure drop, and the higher your risk of falling in those critical first moments when your body is struggling to adjust. Research from Johns Hopkins demonstrates that women who take their time when changing positions reduce their fall risk by 73% compared to those who rush through these transitions. Your cardiovascular system needs time to redirect blood flow and adjust to gravity's effects when you move from horizontal to vertical positions. The autonomic nervous system that controls these adjustments works more slowly as we age, requiring conscious cooperation to function safely. Every second you give your body to adjust is a second that could prevent a life-changing fall. Sit on the edge of your bed or chair for a full 30 seconds before attempting to stand, then rise slowly while holding onto something stable for support. Count to 10 while sitting on the bed's edge, allowing your circulatory system to begin adjusting to the upright position before you put weight on your feet. Keep a sturdy chair or nightstand within arm's reach of your bed, so you always have something to grab while your body stabilizes. Practice this technique every single time you get up, whether it's from bed, a chair, or even the toilet. Consistency is what creates the safety habit that will protect you. Janet from Maine eliminated her morning dizzy spells completely by adding this 30-second pause to her routine, and she hasn't had a close call since. Start this tomorrow morning. It takes just one fall to change everything forever. Habit 2. Wearing the wrong shoes around the house. Your comfortable slippers and socks are actually fall traps waiting to happen, turning every step into a potential disaster. The American Podiatric Medical Association reports that inappropriate footwear causes over 40% of in-home falls among senior women, with smooth-soled slippers and socks being the most dangerous choices for indoor walking. Most house slippers have synthetic or leather soles that provide virtually no traction on smooth floors. while walking in socks eliminates all friction between your feet and the floor surface. These seemingly innocent footwear choices transform normal household surfaces like hardwood, tile, and even some carpets into slippery hazards that can send you sliding and falling without warning. The biomechanics of walking change significantly when you don't have proper foot support and traction, creating instability that compounds with every step you take. Without adequate sole grip, your feet can slide unexpectedly in any direction, forcing your body to make sudden compensatory movements that often result in loss of balance and falls. Loose-fitting slippers or shoes can cause you to trip over your own feet or catch on carpet edges, while too snug footwear restricts blood flow and reduces sensation in your feet, making it harder to detect surface changes or maintain proper balance. Additionally, many popular house shoes lack arch support and heel stabilization, causing your feet to roll inward or outward with each step, creating ankle instability that travels up through your entire body. Mayo Clinic balance specialists emphasize that proper footwear is one of the most effective and immediate fall prevention strategies available to senior women. The right shoes provide the foundation for safe walking by maintaining proper foot alignment, delivering reliable traction, and supporting the complex network of muscles and joints that keep you upright. When your feet are stable and secure, your entire body can move with confidence, allowing you to navigate your home environment safely and maintain the independence that's so important to your quality of life. Wear supportive shoes with rubber soles and secure fastenings even when you're just moving around your house, and never walk in socks or smooth-soled slippers on any surface. Choose indoor shoes with non-slip rubber soles, low heels, and secure closures that keep your feet properly positioned while providing maximum traction on all floor types. Replace any footwear that shows signs of sole wear, as even small amounts of wear can significantly reduce traction and increase your fall risk. Make this change today by putting on proper shoes before you take another step. Your safety is worth the minor inconvenience of changing footwear. Carol switched from fuzzy slippers to supportive house shoes and hasn't had a slip in 8 months. Check your feet right now. Are you wearing fall hazards that could send you to the emergency room? Habit 3. Not using handrails and support. When available, your independence is actually putting you in danger every time you ignore available support, turning manageable situations into life-threatening risks. Johns Hopkins fall prevention studies reveal that 60% of stair falls among senior women happen when handrails are available but not used, often because women don't want to appear frail or dependent on assistance. This misguided attempt to maintain independence actually increases fall risk exponentially, as the support systems designed to keep you safe are ignored in favor of demonstrating physical capability. The irony is that using available support actually preserves your independence by preventing the falls that lead to serious injuries, hospitalization, and loss of mobility. The physics of balance become increasingly challenging as we age, making handrails and support surfaces essential safety tools rather than signs of weakness or dependence. Changes in muscle strength, joint flexibility, and sensory input that naturally occur with aging mean that situations you once handled easily now require additional stability to navigate safely. Stairs, in particular, demand precise coordination between your visual system, inner ear balance mechanisms, and muscle responses, a coordination that becomes less reliable over time. When you use handrails and support surfaces, you're providing your body with additional sensory input and physical stability that compensates for age-related changes in balance and coordination. Research from the Centers for Disease Control shows that consistent handrail use reduces fall risk on stairs by 85% and provides significant protection in bathrooms, hallways, and other areas where balance challenges are common. Handrails aren't just for people who are already unsteady. They're proactive safety measures that prevent instability from developing in the first place. Every time you use a handrail, you're engaging additional muscle groups and sensory systems that help maintain your balance and prevent the small missteps that can quickly escalate into serious falls. Always use handrails on stairs, grab bars in bathrooms, and any available support surfaces when walking through challenging areas, regardless of how steady you feel in the moment. Develop the habit of automatically reaching for handrails every single time you encounter stairs. Even if you're carrying something in the other hand, put the item down or make multiple trips rather than compromising your safety. Install additional grab bars and handrails in areas where you frequently feel unsteady, such as near your bed, in hallways and around doorways where you naturally pause or change direction. Make using support systems an automatic response rather than a conscious decision. When you need support most, you may not have time to think about it. Betty credits using her stair handrail religiously with preventing a serious fall last winter when she missed a step in the dark. Use every handrail every time. Your bones depend on the support these systems provide. Habit 4. Multitasking while walking. Carrying items, talking on the phone, or thinking about other things while walking divides your attention dangerously, turning simple movement into a complex balancing act your brain can't handle safely. Mayo Clinic research on divided attention and fall risk demonstrates that senior women who multitask while walking increase their fall risk by 200% compared to those who focus solely on their movement. This dramatic increase occurs because walking, despite feeling automatic, actually requires significant cognitive resources to coordinate balance, navigation, obstacle avoidance, and movement planning. When you add other tasks to walking, your brain must split its processing power between competing demands, leaving insufficient attention for the complex task of maintaining balance and avoiding hazards. The neurological reality is that aging reduces your brain's ability to effectively manage multiple tasks simultaneously, making divided attention particularly dangerous during activities that require balance and coordination. Walking while carrying objects changes your center of gravity and limits your ability to use your arms for balance recovery if you start to fall, while phone conversations or mental distractions prevent you from noticing environmental hazards or changes in walking surface. Even seemingly simple combinations like walking while thinking about your grocery list can be enough to cause critical lapses in attention that result in missed steps, unnoticed obstacles, or delayed reactions to balance challenges. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that falls related to divided attention often occur in familiar environments where people feel overly confident about their ability to navigate safely while multitasking. The false sense of security that comes from walking the same routes repeatedly can lead to decreased vigilance about potential hazards, while the cognitive demands of secondary tasks prevent the quick reflexes needed to recover from unexpected balance challenges. This combination creates a perfect storm for falls that seem to come out of nowhere, but are actually the predictable result of asking your brain to do more than it can safely handle. Focus exclusively on walking when you move from place to place. Make multiple trips instead of carrying several items at once, and put phone conversations on hold until you reach your destination safely. Train yourself to stop walking completely when you need to think about something else, look at your phone, or have a conversation. These activities require more attention than you realize and can wait until you're stationary. Clear pathways of objects that tempt you to multitask, such as items that need to be moved to other rooms, and designate specific times for carrying tasks rather than trying to be efficient with every trip. Practice mindful walking by consciously paying attention to each step, the feeling of your feet contacting the ground, and your body's position in space. This focused attention strengthens the neural pathways responsible for balance and movement control. Helen stopped carrying laundry baskets while walking, and her near-miss incidents disappeared completely once she learned to make multiple trips instead. Your next step could be your last if you're not paying full attention to the complex task of walking safely. Habit 5. Ignoring environmental hazards. You've gotten used to. You've become blind to the dangers hiding in plain sight throughout your home, creating an obstacle course that threatens your safety every single day. The Centers for Disease Control reports that familiar environmental hazards cause 75% of falls among senior women at home, primarily because gradual habituation makes people stop noticing risks they encounter regularly. Throw rugs that curl at the edges, electrical cords crossing walkways, cluttered stairs, inadequate lighting, and unstable furniture all become invisible threats when you see them every day. This phenomenon, called habituation, is a normal brain function that helps you focus on new or changing stimuli, but it becomes dangerous when it prevents you from recognizing ongoing safety hazards in your living environment. The accumulation of small environmental hazards creates compound risks that multiply your chances of falling, even when individual hazards seem minor or manageable. Poor lighting makes it difficult to see obstacles, changes in floor surface, or depth perception cues, while loose rugs and clutter create physical barriers that can catch your feet or cause you to trip. Furniture that's not properly secured can shift unexpectedly when you lean on it for support, and storage items left on stairs or in walkways create navigation challenges that become more difficult as vision, balance, and coordination change with age. These hazards often develop gradually as your living situation evolves, making them particularly insidious because they integrate seamlessly into your daily environment. Research from the American Geriatric Society demonstrates that systematic identification and removal of home hazards can reduce fall risk by up to 60% in senior women, with the greatest benefits seen in homes where multiple small hazards are addressed simultaneously. The key is developing fresh eyes for your environment and recognizing that familiarity breeds dangerous complacency about safety risks. Professional home safety assessments often identify 12 to 20 hazards in homes that residents considered safe, highlighting how effectively our brains adapt to dangerous conditions when we encounter them regularly. Conduct a thorough home safety walkthrough every week, looking specifically for hazards you might have stopped noticing, and immediately remove or secure anything that could cause a fall. Start with throw rugs. Either remove them completely or secure them with non-slip backing that prevents curling and sliding. Improve lighting throughout your home, especially in stairways, hallways, and bathrooms, where falls are most common, and consider motion-activated lights for nighttime navigation. Keep all walkways completely clear of objects, secure loose cords against walls or under furniture, and ensure that every piece of furniture you might lean on for support is stable and properly positioned. Diane found 12 fall hazards in her supposedly safe home during her first safety assessment, and removing them gave her the confidence to move freely again without constant worry about falling. Walk through your home today with the critical eye of a safety inspector. Your life may depend on what you discover and fix. These 5 habit changes have the power to dramatically reduce your fall risk and preserve your independence for years to come, giving you the confidence to move safely through your daily activities without fear. Remember the key principles: slow transitions that give your cardiovascular system time to adjust, proper footwear that provides traction and support, consistent use of handrails and support systems, focused attention while walking, and regular removal of environmental hazards. You have complete control over these factors, and making these changes starting today can prevent the devastating falls that rob so many senior women of their mobility and independence. Which of these dangerous habits have you been doing without realizing the enormous risk you are taking every single day? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience and commitment to change could save another woman from a life-altering fall that changes everything in an instant. If this information opened your eyes to fall risks you never recognized before, please give it a thumbs up and share it with the women in your life who need to see this vital safety information that could preserve their independence and possibly save their lives.